Okay, everybody, we are back with half number 2 between the New York Knicks and the Chicago Bulls. And while we were away, the game restart on the third try. DeBusschere did get a putback on the final sequence, and that pushed the lead to 10, 52-42, in favor of the Knicks going into halftime. Knicks shooting 59% from the field after a very, very solid second period, and have opened up a comfortable lead here. And it looks like we will have the starting 5 back on the floor for both squads. And now we seem to have the software running smoothly after our reboot. Chicago wins the opening tip to begin the second period, and they hit the offense trailing by 10. We'll see if the Bulls can climb back into this one. 52-42, Chicago trails, as Van Leer has the basketball to open the period as we get started in quarter number 3. Van Leer sends it over to Walker, but Walker has it stripped away and stolen by Earl Monroe. New York comes up big on the defense. They've got 4-on-2 going the other way. It's Frazier. He dumps it to Monroe. Monroe to the left hand, lays it up, and good. 6 points for Earl Monroe to go with 6 assists. And New York has their biggest lead of the night, 54-42. Chicago needs to find the offense, as Jim Connell pointed out in the first half. The lack of offensive depth for the Bulls was their downfall in this era. Van Leer has it guarded by Frazier. No real good options. Van Leer wants to attack. Comes off a screen from Love, attacks the hoop, loses the handle, out of bounds. Once again, good team defense by the Knicks prevented that penetration move and forced the turnover. New York once again with the basketball. They now lead by 12, looking to extend the lead. They get it into the hands of Bradley on the outside. He steps around Sloan, gets into the lane. His shot is too strong. But on the rebound, we've got a whistle and a loose ball foul. That will go against the Knicks. That is on Willis Reed, and that is his third. So that could be a big development in this one, as we look to see if Chicago can get back into this game now trailing by 12. The Bulls with it in the hands of Love on the outside. He's picked up out there by Frazier on the switch. Frazier all over him. Love forced to pass it down to Jerry Sloan on the inside. Sloan can't get the jump shot to go, and Monroe takes another rebound for New York. It is 3-on-3 going the other way, and Frazier wants to push it. Monroe with it on the left wing. Back to Frazier in the center. Frazier to the left hand. His layup is around and out. No good. And Jerry Sloan snags the rebound for Chicago. The Bulls came up with a break on the fast break there, and they once again are trying to cut into a 12-point deficit. First minute gone by in quarter number 3. Love on the baseline. Back to Van Leer out on top. Love now gets it back, tries the open jump shot from the baseline. That's no good, off the side of the board, and out of bounds. Ball goes back over to New York. Knicks looking to extend a 12-point lead. Frazier brings it up, sends it down low to DeBusschere. Out to Bradley. Jerry Sloan got a foot on it, knocked it out of bounds. Chicago will have 10 seconds more to defend New York as New York retains possession with the side out. The inbounds pass comes into Bradley. And again has it knocked away by Sloan, and this time last touched by Bradley. That's out of bounds to Chicago. Chicago basketball still trailing by 12. Van Leer sets up the offense, and they get it to Sloan on the inside. 16 on the shot clock. Sloan has no place to go with it. Finds Bob Love on the baseline. Love drives around Reed, and Love is called for the offensive foul. Well defended on the baseline there is Reed, and New York with another possession. FRAZIER on the outside. Looks to trigger the offense, gets it down low to Willis Reed. Reed picked up by Bob Love, steps around Love, shot is up, no good. FRAZIER takes the rebound off the offensive glass and passes it out to Monroe. Knicks just dominating the glass in this one. FRAZIER taking his time, setting up the offense, directing traffic. Dumps it back inside to Reed, and this time Reed's got all the room in the world to take that short jump shot and convert. 56-42 now, a 14-point lead for the Knicks. 2 minutes gone by quarter number 3. Chicago with the basketball in the hands of Walker. He puts up the leaner and scores it. 9 points for Chet Walker. They're going to need a lot more than that for Chicago to get back into this one. New York runs the offense. FRAZIER has it out on top. Passes to Monroe. Monroe dumps it inside to DeBusschere. DeBusschere steps around Ray. The layup won't fall. Willis Reed takes the offensive rebound for the Knicks. Reed puts it back in good. 14 now for Willis Reed. The balanced scoring attack continues for New York. Reed with 14, DeBusschere with 14, FRAZIER with 10. And New York again is out on top by 14, 58-44. Is the score in this one. 9 minutes, 8 seconds to play in the third. Van Leer on the outside, picked up by FRAZIER. Gets it to Walker with the board above him. Walker with the layup has it tipped by Bradley. Credit the block shot to Bradley. Van Leer grabs it, throws it back out to Walker. 9 on the shot clock. A flurry of activity. It gets over to Love on the baseline. His jump shot is way short and out of bounds to New York. Boy, the Knicks defense is just stymieing the Bulls at every opportunity here. The Bulls still shooting only 36% on the game, as the lead is 14 and the Knicks are looking to run away with it here in the third. Knicks run the inside screen. The lob goes into DeBusschere down low. He's got a big mismatch over Van Leer, but he can't convert the short jump shot, and Bob Love takes the rebound. Chicago with possession. That's a double-double for Bob Love. 11 points, 10 rebounds. Now Love's got an open look from, nice ball fake on the outside. Love can't get the layup to go. He gets his own rebound and sends it back out to Van Leer. The Bulls will reset. Van Leer sends it to Walker inside. Walker's all tied up, and we've got a whistle on the play and a foul called on DeBusschere. And that is going to send Clifford Ray to the free throw line for a pair of shots. First shot by Ray is good. Ray still leads all scorers. He's got 16 points now, looking to make it 17 if he can convert here. Ray hits them both. That cuts the lead to 12, 58-46. Welcome back, D. Scott Howard. Thank you for your patience. It looks like things are going smoothly here after the reboot. Things are going smoothly from the software standpoint. Things are not going smoothly if you are a fan of the Chicago Bulls, as the Bulls now trail by 12 with 8:20 to play in the third. Bradley with it on the baseline. Cross court to Monroe. Walker all up in his business, but Monroe buries the jump shot anyways and says, Walker, get out of my business. You can't touch this. 60-46 now, New York with the lead. Walker and Monroe continue to go at it. They're jawing. They're getting a little physical. Here's a missed shot by Walker as Monroe is in his head. And Reed comes out with a rebound for New York. Quick outlet to Frazier, and the Knicks want to run. Frazier and Monroe. Frazier dribbles left, fakes left, drops it to Monroe. Monroe is fouled by Van Leer, and that is his first. So New York really getting aggressive here in the third, opening the lead and looking to put their foot on the throat of the Chicago Bulls in Game 1 of the series. Leading by 14. The pass goes to Monroe on the outside. He steps around Walker. His short little jump shot is no good, but Monroe gets his own rebound, sends it back out to Frazier, and again the Knicks get a fresh 24. This time it goes over to Bradley on the baseline. Bradley drives, and he's called for the player control foul. I hear the Bulls are scouting a 10-year-old kid in Brooklyn named Michael something. Never heard of him. This would have been 73. So yeah, would Michael have been 10 years old in 73? That sounds about right. What I used to tell my kids was that when I was, when I was 19 years old, I was a better basketball player than Kobe Bryant. Of course, when I was 19 years old, Kobe Bryant was a newborn. So yes, I was a better basketball player than Kobe Bryant back in the day. So here we go, 7:40 to play. New York up by 14. Chicago with the possession, trying to cut into the lead after the offensive foul whistled on Bill Bradley. Here's Van Leer with a shot from the outside, and he drains it. 6 points for Van Leer, cuts it to 12. New York now with Frazier on the outside. Frazier tries to get it to DeBusschere. That pass was a mistake, and it's stolen by Clifford Ray. Chicago can cut it to 10. Dad joke. Yes, indeed. Dad joke alert on the channel. Chicago looking inside to Bob Love again. His short shot is good. Nothing but net. He's got 13, and the lead is cut to 10. Chicago not ready to give this one up quite yet. New York enjoying a 10-point lead, still trying to stem the tide here. And now we've got Reed with the ball in the box. And we have a hand check foul call on Love, and that is his third. Second team foul on the Bulls. New York will reset. Bradley to inbound. Bradley gets it back on the give and go, sends it over to Frazier on the fadeaway, and Frazier buries the 10-footer. 6.5 to play. New York on top by 12, third period. Chicago tries Sloan in the low post. Cross courts it to Walker. Knocked away. Walker picks it up. He's double teamed. He calls timeout. Chicago will have 10 seconds to make something happen. Ray to inbound. As Chicago trails by 12. They get it to Walker on the outside. He drives. He's cut off by Reed. The shot is no good, but Van Leer takes the rebound off the offensive glass, and Chicago will have another go at it. Walker from the outside sends it over to Van Leer. Van Leer with a mid-range jump shot. That's no good, and Willis Reed comes away with the rebound for New York. New York leading by 12. They get it to DeBusschere in the lane, and DeBusschere scores again. 16 now for DeBusschere, the lead back to 14. 64-50. Chicago, an uphill battle here in the third. They get it down low to Love. Never touch the rim as Love nets the short jump shot. The lead is 12, 5.5 to play. New York wants Reed. Reed and Love banging bodies on the low block. Reed double pumps. His shot is off the rim, no good. And Jerry Sloan with a big physical rebound for Chicago. The hot hand is Love. He takes the pass on the baseline from Van Leer. His fadeaway jump shot from the baseline is off the front of the rim. No good. The rebound is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Clifford Ray. Ball goes back over to the Knicks. Knicks setting it up mid-third period. They lead by 12. Once again, they want their big man Reed down low. Posting up against Love, his floating one-hander wiggles out and is brought down by Van Leer. That one wiggled out, says the play-by-play guy. Van Leer with it over to Sloan. Sloan works his way into the paint, working on Bill Bradley. Sloan in the low post with the layup, goes to the left hand. It rolls around the rim and out. Sloan gets his own rebound off the offensive glass and clears it back out to Van Leer for the reset. Chicago still trails by 12. They get it to Walker on the wing, and Walker buries it. Walker now in double digits with 11. The lead is cut to 10. Knicks back the other way. Frazier to Bradley. Bradley heads to the hole with speed, but his jump shot is off the rim, no good, and Walker takes the rebound for Chicago. Bulls are trying to work their way back into it. Van Leer over to Walker on the wing. He drives into the lane. His shot is no good. He left it short, and DeBusschere rebounded for New York. New York now 3-on-2 going the other way. Frazier loves to run. Gets it to Monroe on the left. Back to Frazier. Frazier drives into the lane, steps around Van Leer, but his layup is no good. We've got a whistle on the and a foul on the shot. That is going to go against Sloan, and that is his fourth. Walt Frazier to the line for a pair of free throws as Sloan picks up his fourth personal. Third of the quarter, team foul-wise, against Chicago. And for Chicago, it is Sloan remaining in the game, but Garfield Hurd coming in to give Clifford Ray a spell. Second shot for Frazier is up and good. Bulls without the services of Howard Porter tonight, and that may be why they are forced to leave Sloan in there in foul trouble. New York now has gone back on top by 12 with 4 minutes to play in the third period. It goes to Walker on the outside. Walker from the perimeter drives hard to the hoop, gets the layup, is good. The finger roll. 13 now for Walker. The lead is back to 10. Monroe on the perimeter to DeBusschere on the inside. Short jump shot by DeBusschere is off the rim, no good, but he is fouled by Garfield Hurd, and that will send DeBusschere to the line for a pair. DeBusschere with 16 points already on the night, leading the Knicks. The first free throw rolls around and drops. And now we see Sloan go to the bench as Bob Weiss comes into the game. He will slide into the two-guard spot and move Walker down to the 3. As DeBusschere hits both free throws, and New York has gone back on top by 12. 68-56, 3:41 to play in the third. Here's Love with another baseline jump shot. This one's no good. And Earl Monroe takes the rebound for New York. New York setting up on offense. The ball goes into DeBusschere down low. DeBusschere finds Bradley open at the free throw line. He shoots and scores. Only 4 points on the night for Bradley, but he was true with that jump shot, and that extends the lead back to 14 points, matching the biggest lead of the night for the Knicks. Van Leer has it on the outside, picked up by Reed, comes off the screen. He's got an open look from deep. He cannot get the shot to go, and FRAZIER takes the rebound for New York. Dave DeBusschere comes up a little hobbled on that play, but he is not going to leave this game as the Knicks and Bulls continue to battle it out. New York now runs the offense. They're in a 1-4 set. FRAZIER on the point. Comes off a screen from Bradley. Van Leer picks him up. FRAZIER finds Bradley at the free throw line. Bradley steps around his defender, lays it up and good. Nice little play there by the Knicks. They've extended now to a 16-point lead, 72-56. Under 3 to play in the third. Chicago still looking for answers on the offensive end. Shooting only 36% on the night. Another baseline jump shot by Love goes astray, and DeBusschere collects the rebound for New York. New York picking up the intensity here as we close out the third period. FRAZIER from 18 feet out, steps around Van Leer, gets into the lane, lays it up, and good. It is an 18-point game now, and New York is stomping a mud hole into the Chicago Bulls. Chicago still looking for offensive output. Here's another shot by Walker on the outside. Bradley times his jump and blocks that one, and Willis Reed comes out with it for the Knicks. Knicks looking to go on top by 20 with this possession. Bradley on the wing. Finds DeBusschere on the block. Short jump shot overheard is good, and it is a 20-point lead for the Knicks. 76-56 with 2:12 to play in the third. That's 20 points for Dave DeBusschere to go with 8 rebounds. He is having a stellar night for the Knickerbockers in front of the home crowd here at Madison Square Garden. Van Leer on the outside is picked up by Bradley. 17 on the shot clock. Van Leer with a jump shot from the top of the key. That's offline. Van Leer wants a foul called. Nobody cares. Bradley takes the rebound. And this time the Knicks are going to walk it back the other way. They lead by 20. No need to push the tempo here. 2 minutes to go in the third. FRAZIER calls the offense. Gets it to Monroe at the top of the key, picked up by Whites. 16 on the shot clock. Monroe finds Reed on the low block. Banging away against Love down low. Reed with a power move to the basket. He shoots and he knocks it down. 16 now for Reed as New York is running away with this one. Chicago now looks to Hurd in the land of the Giants, and he is tied up by Reed. That will be a jump ball. Yeah, this is where Chicago needs Howard Porter because Walker needs a rest and Sloan's in foul trouble. So we'll just let Walker ride out the rest of period number 3. No, we better bring Sloan in because this one's getting away. And the Bulls need the help. Suddenly our Willis Reed must be in the game for the jump ball. All right. Reed and Love will jump. The opening tip is controlled by New York. Knicks on the basketball. Minute and a half to play. They lead by 22. FRAZIER. Guarded by Van Leer on the outside. Dumps it to Reed down low. Reed from the lane. Backs in. Turnaround jump shot is good. And the Knicks are tearing it up in the third. 80-56. The lead is now 24. Minute 18 to play. Third period. They swing it to Love on the inside. He can't hit. Sloan on the offensive glass. Sloan tries to go for the putback, and he knocks that one down, and that ends a 14-0 run by the Knicks. And that has really put a hurting on the Bulls, as it is still a 22-point game. It was a 10-point lead. It became a 24-point lead by virtue of that 14-0 run. Memminger on the outside, picked up out there by Weiss. Last minute of play in the third, and Weiss tries to stand his ground as Memminger tried to drive to the lane, and Weiss picks up the steal. 4-on-3 going the other way. Van Leer with Weiss and Sloan. Loves the trailer. Van Leer has it out on top. He sends it to Weiss on the wing. Weiss drives baseline. His layup is no good. And Reed takes the rebound for New York. Another missed opportunity for the Bulls, as Reed now has 18 points and 10 rebounds in the game. They go back inside to Reed. Reed in the paint finds Frazier on the perimeter. And Frazier walked with it. Fresh bodies into the game for both sides as we're in the final minute of play in the third quarter. Chicago sends it to Sloan on the perimeter. Good look inside to Autry, but Autry can't finish. But we've got a whistle on the shot. We've got a foul on Gianelli. And apparently that was a loose ball foul, so it will be a side out for Chicago. Sloan to inbound, 27 seconds on the game clock, 23 on the shot clock. Sloan with it on the outside, picked up by Jackson. Sloan delivers a 14-foot jump shot. That is good, and he is fouled on the play by Jackson. And Sloan will go to the line in an effort to complete the three-point play. Sloan hits the free throw, and that cuts the lead to 19. 80-61. New York with the lead. 12 seconds to go on the game clock here in the third quarter. So the Knicks will hold for the final shot of the period. Lucas into the game on the baseline. Cross courts it to Monroe. Monroe drives to the glass. He lays it up and good. And that will end the third quarter with your score, New York 82, Chicago 61. What a disastrous third quarter for the Chicago Bulls. They started that quarter down by 10. They finished the quarter down by 21. Leading scorers of the game, Busher with 20 points, 8 rebounds for New York. Reed with 18 points, 10 rebounds. Frazier with 16, and Monroe now with 10 after that last second layup. Knicks are shooting a blistering 60% from the field compared to only 36% for Chicago. Knicks also have a substantial rebound advantage, 41-28. And whopping assist leadership, 26-9. Knicks with those 20 turnovers, but that doesn't seem to be hurting their performance as they continue to enjoy a sizable lead. All right, we head to quarter number 4, and thanks, D. Scott, for hanging out tonight. Always good to have people in the chat room on a Friday night for some epic basketball league action. Substitutions in the game for both sides as Autry and Gianelli jump it up. And Gianelli recovers the tip for New York. John Gianelli, a rookie. Once again, out of Pacific. New York with the basketball for the first possession of the period. They find Jackson on the inside. Jackson steps around Walker, goes to the left hand, lays it up, and good. Off the glass and in. 8 points now for Phil Jackson. The lead is 23. Chicago looking for solutions on the offensive end. They get it into the hands of Jim King. His jump shot from deep is too strong. Autry with the offensive rebound, but he is called for the loose ball foul on that rebound, and we go the other way. New York looks to extend the lead. Frazier's in the ball game, along with 4 substitutes. He finds Jackson on the inside, picked up in there by Walker. Jackson with another 8-foot jump shot. That is good. Jackson now in double digits with 10, and the lead is up to 25. 86-61, biggest lead of the night for the Knickerbockers. Here's King with another look from the outside. In charge of the ball, moving on the wing. His shot is again offline, well defended by Memminger. Rebound taken by Jerry Lucas for the Knicks. Knicks are going to work the hot guy. Jerry Lucas is flexing, may have taken a poke to the jaw on that, but again, he will stay in the game. These are some tough characters on both sides of the court. They're banged up, but banging bodies and sticking to it here in Madison Square Garden in the opening game of the series. Lucas now wants the ball down on the low post. He's guarded by Hurd down there. Lucas taken strong to the hole. His shot is missed. Rebounded by Chet Walker for the Bulls. Coming back the other way, it's Walker with an open look from the perimeter. He steps around Jackson, gets into the lane, lays it up off the backboard and through the net for the score. 86-63 now. New York on top by 23. 10 minutes to play in the game. Frazier dribbles into the front court. Over to Memminger, down to Gianelli. Gianelli has a mismatch down there against Weiss. His layup is off the back of the rim. That's no good. Ball is knocked out of bounds in the rebound scrum. Last touched by the Knicks. Chicago with a possession. 9:46 to play. Chicago once again looks to Chet Walker on the wing. He's double teamed. He shoots it anyways. It's offline, no good, and Jackson takes the rebound for New York. New York brings it back to the offense where they look for Jerry Lucas down low. Lucas is fouled on the low block by Hurd. That is 3 on Hurd. Second team foul of the game of the quarter for the Bulls. New York still enjoying a 23-point lead, content to trade baskets here in the fourth. Lucas to inbound. We've got 9:14 to play. Frazier on the outside. Ball fake. Ooh, nice. Gets Weiss up into the air. Can't get the shot to go, but he is fouled on the play by Dennis Autry, and that will send Walt Frazier to the free throw line. Frazier with 16 points, 6 rebounds on the night. Hits the first free throw. Frazier missed the second, and the rebound is knocked out of bounds. Chicago will take possession. They still trail by 24, with now 9 minutes even to go in the ballgame. Open for Chicago on the inside is Autry. He gets the interior pass from King. The turnaround jump shot by Autry is no good, but he is fouled on the play by Jackson, and it is getting chippy out there. You'd think with a 25-point difference, there wouldn't be so much physical play, but both sides are still contesting every shot and trying to make a statement here in Game 1 of the best-of-5 series. As Dennis Autry hits 1 of 2 from the free throw line, his first point of the ball game. And it is 87-64, New York on top with the basketball here. Frazier takes it into the front court. Looks to Lucas on the base. Oh, nice ball fake by Lucas. Steps around Hurd, gets into the lane, off the glass, and good. 5 points now for the veteran Jerry Lucas. The lead is back up to 25. Walker with another look from the outside. Showing some frustration. That shot is way offline. Air ball, out of play, New York basketball. And the fans here in Madison Square Garden are letting him know about it. New York with a 25-point lead and the basketball. We've hit the 8-minute mark to go in the ball game. Frazier comes off a screen. He's got an open look from the free throw line, and he buries it. 19 now for Frazier. Chicago back to the offense. Autry with it on the inside. His short jump shot is good. Still a 25-point game, 7.5 to play. Knicks and Bulls trading baskets down the stretch, and now we've got a 3-second violation called on Phil Jackson. That'll be a turnover. Ball goes back to Chicago. Van Leer back into the game for the Bulls. Walker trying to take things over. He's tightly defended by Jackson. Walker misses again. 2 straight air balls for Chet Walker. And he is beside himself with frustration. We're under 7 minutes to play. The lead is still 25 in favor of the Knicks. FRAZIER brings it into the front court, gives it to Monroe. Monroe pulls the trigger on a jump shot. That's no good. He was fouled before the shot. That's going to go against King. And with the Knicks now, the Knicks are not yet in the bonus, but that is a foul on the shot. It'll be 2 shots for Earl Monroe from the free throw line. Monroe makes good on the first. Monroe converts them both. He's got 12 points. The lead is back to 27. As the Knickerbockers fans make one last beer run before they close up the concession stands for the night. It's Van Leer with the basketball on the outside. He goes hard to the basket. Dumps it off to Walker on the wing. That pass is behind him and out of bounds for the turnover. Chicago just can't figure out anything on the offensive end here in the second half. Memminger and Reed back in for New York. Here's a pass to Memminger. Highway robbery by Walker as Monroe telegraphed that pass. Walker stepped into the passing lane and completed the interception. King from the perimeter with a look. Passes up the shot. Swings it over to Walker. Now they get it to Ray on the baseline. Back to King on the perimeter. The outside jump shot by King is no good. Autry takes the offensive rebound. Autry on the putback attempt over Reed is good. 93-68, a 25-point game. We're under 6 to play. Monroe with it on the outside, picked up by Walker. Takes it to the house. Chicago is easy to drive on, and Monroe lays it up high off the glass and good. 14 for Monroe. Once again, the open man is Walker. He drives to the basket. This time his layup is good. As the teams continue to trade baskets, and with 5:15 to play, it is still a 25-point game in favor of the Knicks. The Knicks sets up and up for Memminger on the outside. 9 on the shot clock. Memminger looks for Monroe on the wing. Monroe's open jump shot is good. 16 now for Earl the Pearl. Chicago back to the offense. Clifford Ray in the lane. He had a very strong first half. He's been quiet here in the second, but he gets that one to go. He's got 19 points on the night, still leading Chicago. It's still a 25-point game, 4.5 minutes to play. D. Scott Howard predicting this series could be a short one, and indeed, sir, I think you may be correct. Here's another possession for New York. It's Lucas on the perimeter. He drives into the lane. Weak defense inside by Chicago, but Lucas cannot get the layup to go. Phil Jackson takes it off the offensive glass for New York, and the Knicks will reset. Actually, Jackson tried to get it down to Reed down low. Bad pass, picked off by Autry. It's 5-on-4 for the Bulls. Why not, says Norm Van Leer. Van Leer weaving through traffic. Dribbling it into the lane. Down court to King. King ahead to Walker. Walker is fouled by Reed, and that is his 4th. Knicks not wanting to give up anything, even with a 25-point lead. And coming up on 4 minutes to play in the ballgame. Jerry Sloan to inbound for Chicago. Sloan to Weiss on the outside. Weiss's jump shot is offline. Tipped by Love, no good. Rebound to Busher for New York. Plenty of time for the Knicks. Bradley now running the point. He's got Van Leer up in his grill. And Busher finds the open Reed on the inside. Reed cannot get the shot clock off in time. That is a shot clock violation. But we are now under 4 minutes to play, and the lead remains 25 as we see some backups onto the court for New York. Henry Bibby back into the game. And for the first time, we are seeing Hawthorne Wingo and Tom Riker, a pair of rookies. Hawthorne out of Friendship Junior College. Tom Riker out of South Carolina. He was the number 8 overall pick in the 1972 draft for New York, overshadowed by the exploits of one Henry Bibby, who was their 4th rounder. All right, the lead remains at 25. Chicago with the basketball, under 4 minutes to play. Bob Weiss now at the point for the Bulls. He tries to get into the lane, but his pass is picked away and stolen by Meminger. Also into the game for Chicago is Frank Russell. And that is an interesting story. He is the brother of Campy Russell. This would be the only season that Frank Russell appeared in the NBA. And he left the NBA and went to law school and became a very successful lawyer in the Detroit area until his passing in September of 2021. So rest in peace to Frank Russell after a short NBA career and a successful law career. Now we have got a breakout for the Knicks going the other way. Bibby's going to slow things down and simply set up the offense for the Knicks. He sends it to Bradley on the wing. The jump shot by Bradley from the outside is good. He's got 8 points, and the lead is back up to 27. Chicago coming back the other way. Inside they go to Sloan. Sloan looks to Hurd on the low block and throws it behind him for the turnover. New York once again with the basketball. 3:06 to play as they look inside to Hawthorne Wingo on the low block. Wingo in close against Hurd. Wingo is fouled by Hurd, and that is his 4th. 5th team foul now. It will be Hawthorne Wingo to shoot 2. Only a 33% shooter on the season. First one rolls out. Much to the disappointment of all the fantasy basketball owners with Hawthorne Wingo on their rosters. And Wingo is now on the scoreboard, his first point of the night. 100-72, 3 minutes to play in this one. Clifford Ray on the inside, picked up by Riker. Ray with a rim rattler. Fakes, drives to the lane, and slams it home. 21 points now for Clifford Ray, but to no avail as the Bulls still trail by 26. Plenty of time here for New York. 16 on the shot clock. They burn some clock. Monroe dribbling off time on the outside. Finally takes the jump shot and scores it for his 18th point of the night. As the Gold Eagle 99 hits the chat room. Welcome to you, sir. Thank you for stopping by. We're in the closing moments of a blowout win for the New York Knicks in Game 1 of this best-of-5 series against the Chicago Bulls. We're in the final 8 in the championship tier of the Epic Basketball League playoffs. Garfield Hurd with the ball on the inside. Passes it over to Frank Russell. That's a bad pass, stolen by Monroe. New York again will burn some clock. Bibby takes it into the front court, sends it to Bradley. Across to Monroe. Back over to Bradley on the wing. It's knocked away out of bounds for the turnover. New York still leads by 28, now 2:13 to play. Frank Russell here on the outside. Dips and drives, tries to dump it off, has it stolen away by Earl Monroe. That's another turnover. Knicks shooting 61% from the field. Most of their damage done in the second half. Now we've got a offensive foul on Bibby going the other way as he pushed off on the screen and roll and picks up the offensive foul. Chicago with the basketball. Minute 41 to play. It's Weiss on the outside. Weiss is going to pull the trigger from out there. His long jump shot is good. His first points of the ball game. And that cuts it to a 26-point deficit. Minute and a half to play. Bibby with the ball on the outside. Straight away top of the key. His jump shot rolls around and out. Ray takes the rebound, tries for the outlet pass, but threw it away. Minute 27 to play. Bibby dribbles into the front court. Looks to distribute. Gets it on the inside to Trey Wingo. Wingo under the backboard. And he's called for the offensive foul. That is his first. We're down to the final 1:08. It's a 26-point game. Weiss passes it to Russell on the perimeter. Russell along the sideline, tries a jump shot and scores it. Frank Russell gets onto the scorebook. Let's see if we can get some love for Riker. Bibby dribbles into the front court, finds Riker on the baseline. Riker's jump shot from outside is way off target. Monroe keeps possession with the rebound, throws it back out to Bibby. They get it to Bradley on the outside. Bradley's jump shot from way outside is good, and he now has double digits with 10. We're down to 33 seconds to go in this one. They go to Russell again. This time Russell wants to attack. He penetrates to the basket, lays it up and good. A star is born here in New York as Frank Russell has put up 4 points here in the quarter. And it is a 24-point game. And now the Knicks hope to be able to dribble it out. Easier said than done with this software package. Bibby dribbles on the outside. Sends it over to Bradley. Bradley's killing time. Down to 10 seconds. They give it back to Bibby on the outside. Top of the key. Sends it to Riker on the inside. Spin move to the basket. Offensive foul on Riker. And with 6 seconds to play, we've got a couple of substitutions. Chet Walker back into the game for no apparent reason. As Frank Russell is going to jack one up from the outside. No, he has it tapped away and stolen by Monroe. 2 seconds on the clock. And Bibby dribbles it out, and that is your final. New York 104, Chicago 80 is your final score. And now we get a box score. So we can take a look at the final game statistics here. Leading scorer in the game was Clifford Ray with 21 points in a losing effort for Chicago. But for the Knicks, it was a balanced scoring attack. 20 for DeBusschere, 18 for Monroe, 18 for Willis Reed to go with 10 rebounds. And just a stellar offensive performance for the Knicks, especially in that third quarter when they took over the game, outscoring the Bulls 30-19. All right, Gold Eagle 99, D. Scott Howard, thanks for hanging out tonight. We had Jim Connell earlier in the first half. Thanks to Jim as well. Next week, we will be back with more Epic Basketball League action. And I think we're going to take a look at, let me pull up the brackets here. I shut everything down when I rebooted, but we'll pull open the Excel championship bracket. And I think next week we'll do the 3-6 matchup between the Houston Rockets, led by Rudy Tomjanovich and Calvin Murphy, and the Los Angeles Lakers with that mighty trio of West, Goodrich, and Chamberlain. So thanks to everybody for hanging out. Appreciate your patience here tonight as we say good night to everybody. And as we close things down tonight, we will say once again, that's our stream, and I am out of here.